Hey, good evening and welcome back to the home office. Your Pratte Pack has been down with the flu bug today, and it's been a long day to say the least. But I had to join you tonight because of the passing of Burt Reynolds. And especially if you're a baby boomer and you love action movies, you have to love Burt Reynolds. But let's just kind of go back to Burt Reynolds when he was a young person growing up. His dad, a sheriff, his mom and dad, obviously a very loving family. But he was a football player, played at Florida State. He loved the Florida State Seminoles, and yes, Bobby Bowden, one of his longtime friends, a great historic college football coach. Freshman, he actually got his hands on the football in 1954, but sadly, he was in an automobile accident not too long after that, costing him his spleen and also eventually his football career, which came to an end. But that loss was everyone's gain because he decided to become an actor. And an actor he became, yes, and early on, Gunsmoke, Marshall Dillon, James Arness, great television show that I grew up watching with my father, still watch it from time to time. He was the blacksmith, Quint, you may remember. And then later, another TV series brought him into our homes, Dan August. But when you think about Burt Reynolds, you think about all of the Smokey and the Bandit films, that trilogy. But make no mistake about it, he was nominated for an Academy Award for his role in Boogie Nights. This guy was a great actor. Yes, but he always felt, he wanted to do it all, and he did. He came back to television and was in the Emmy Award-winning show Evening Shade. But this is what this guy did that a lot of people may not remember because it's been a few years, but I have not forgotten. He opened a theater in his home state of Florida, Jupiter, Florida, in which major stars and also young people trying to learn their craft had an opportunity to do just that. A big expense, but Burt Reynolds, not only did he like to spend money to help people, but he had a big heart. And he went through a lot of things emotionally in his life, especially his divorce, we all remember. And it was nice to see Lonnie Anderson tweeting very nice things about him today. And I remember how bad I felt for him because his son Quentin, who now is a grown man, was such a focal point in his life, and he had to kind of go through all of that and the tabloid aspect of someone's life being an entertainer. It's not easy. A lot of folks don't realize the price that you pay to stand in that spotlight. But others tweeting today, the person he called the love of his life, the great Sally Field, Arnold Schwarzenegger, along with people like Sylvester Stallone and many others. But I will think about him as just a man that, you would like to sit down and have a beer with, but someone who just loved his craft and kept working long after probably he should have. Why? Because he just liked doing what he did. And the reason I say should have, make no mistake about it, being an actor is a tough profession. Long hours and a lot of work just trying to get up that ladder, but then trying to stay up there. And Burt Reynolds was worldwide #1 box office for years. It's just not easy. But the thing that I really wish would have happened, and listen, we're all guilty of falling in love with a particular part of someone's life and entertainment, and we love those Smokey and the Bandit movies and those type of, roles. But I think if he could have gotten out of that and they weren't such box office hits, Burt Reynolds would have, I think, cultivated a craft that would have put him in the same category of the likes of Marlon Brando. That's how good of an actor I believe Burt Reynolds was. Well, he's gone now. Another part of my youth has left us. And I know that people are mourning his death, especially his immediate family. But don't just remember him for the person and his onstage persona, but the person who was just real. And that's how I will always remember Burt Reynolds. He was truly the buddy of many. And I'll just say this, he surely made me smile a lot. And that speaks volumes for anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your night. And we will talk to you soon from the home office. It's your Pratte Pack. Good night.